What is going on, Colts Nation? He is Jamal Lawrence, and I'm Eric Smith, your co-host of the Colts Cast.
Yo.
Hey, today, about to keep it real, 3 bold predictions for the Indianapolis Colts heading into the 2024 season. I mean, we got a long way to go. We're like 4 months away, it feels like.
Yeah.
Till the start of regular season. So, pretty early predictions for the Colts, but, the draft is behind us. These are 3 bold predictions for the Indianapolis Colts. Very early bold predictions. Jamal, which one do you want to start out with?
My biggest, I think the biggest one I have is hitting that like and subscribe button. Just to let us know y'all here. Go ahead and drop those comments below. Let us know how you feel about our prediction, our bold predictions. If you would change any, if you agree with them, if you disagree with them, we're here for all the love, all the hate. Let us know. Appreciate you hitting that like subscribe button.
Hey, Jamal, I got a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
You think everybody would appreciate if we release some merch out?
Hey,
some
I think
Colts
so.
Cast merch?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout, everybody. Colts Cast merch dropping soon.
Coming soon. Come on now. Come on now.
All right. First bold prediction. Where are we starting?
Let's start with our first round pick. Why not? Let's make something happen with him.
Okay. Laiatu Latu will lead the Colts in total sacks.
Oh. All right. Now this one right here, I'm not gonna lie. I like this one a lot. I think it's one that can definitely be done. Colts this year, we ended at 5th in sacks total in the league at 51. It's most since at least 2016. I stopped scrolling after 2016 because I got tired of looking because the numbers weren't even close.
Which is so weird that we're 5th in sacks because I would say there were some games it looked like we could not touch the quarterback.
Agreed. And that's and that it's funny and weird how that works where you have to wonder when you watch back at some of these older games, where some of these sacks during cleanup time, where some of were they on explosive plays, where they're rolling out of the pocket, where we collapsing the pocket down. I mean, I think we have to go back to see exactly because everyone was getting some love on the line. I mean, we have everybody getting sacks. I think Samson Ibukam led the pack with 9.5. And then Quiddy had 8.5. D-Buck, I think, had 7 or 8. So everyone was getting love. But like you said, it still felt like that pressure wasn't there. Insert Latu, number 15 pick for the Indianapolis Colts out of UCLA, who in 2022 had, 10.5 sacks, and in 2023 had 13 sacks. He's going to hopefully bring that presence that we need on the offense, on the defensive line to get that pressure to the quarterback. Because like you said, if we're getting 50-plus sacks, it shouldn't feel like we're still letting up 28, 29 points a game because we're not getting the pressure to the quarterback. So I think that he can definitely do it. But I will say, based off of the history I've looked at over the past couple of years, again, dating back to 2016, he's got to get a minimum of 10 sacks to lead this squad, a minimum of 10. Because 3 out of the last 4 years, they've topped with 9.5 sacks. Yannick with 9.5, Samson with 9.5, and D-Buck with 9.5. So he's going to have to put in some work, at least 10, if he wants to try to top this team.
Right, because this team got as a collective 51, but individually, none of them got into the double digits. And Latu did that in college in less games played because NFL, that's 17 weeks, but college, we're talking about 12 games sometimes. So they play less games, and I already said on another episode, if Laiatu Latu he's got to be arguably the best pure pass rusher on the Colts day one. Just how I see it, that man looks different. PFF ranked him first in pass rush win rate efficiency, and that led him to have an overall first place grade in pass rush for any edge rusher last season. Look, you can't double team everyone, my friends. Like there ain't enough linemen to double team everyone. So between Defo, Quiddy, Dio, Ibukam, and Latu, someone's getting to the quarterback, and I'm gonna take my bet on Latu.
Absolutely. What you got up next,
man? Who you want? I got you. Let's stay with the rookies. All
right.
Adonai Mitchell will be a top 3 rookie receiver in receiving yards. Top 3. Despite being the 11th wide receiver taken off the board. That's how we feeling right now. We bold out here, Jamal. It's bold predictions. AD Mitchell has a chance to really shine on the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, we look at Puka Nacua last season. Took the crown with almost 1,500 receiving yards. I bet none of you, we're not Rams fans, so I don't think anybody was really betting on that. That was followed by Rashee Rice and Jordan Addison with over 900. that was a giant separation. So you look at, our rookie receiver last season, Josh Downs with Gardner Minshew, he had 771 yards as a rookie. So then you look at the prospects that were taken ahead of AD, and really, start from the top. Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably going to be eating in Arizona because they don't have many pass catchers over there. Malik Neighbors he's gonna garner a lot of targets. They drafted him at number 6 overall. The Giants did, but I'm not so sure about Roma Dunze. Dunze has to compete with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore on a team that has never, ever had a 4,000 plus yard passer in franchise history. So, Adonai at his best, we know he's a beast. He gave Kool-Aid McKinstry and Terry Arnold issues last season. Look, now you pair him with the strong-armed Anthony Richardson and a deadly running game. I don't know. A lot of things I feel like are going to open up. Jamal, you love to talk about how this wide receiver room needs some competition. And boy, Mitchell is coming on with a chip on his shoulder. He is ready to compete. He could creep up to that 1,000 yards this season as a rookie. He could. I said up to it. I didn't say he's going to go over. Considering this guy can attack all 3 levels of the field, I don't know. I feel like the Colts sleeping. Not sleeping. The Colts are sleepers.
Yeah, I think that he's going to have to, like you said, get a minimum of 900 yards. Again, going back, looking at history over the past couple of players, I wanted to make sure I did a little research on these guys. So, year over year, to be in that top 3, you got to have a minimum of 900 yards. So it's going to have to be an explosive season. And I'm glad you mentioned Downs. He had 771, I believe it was. He wasn't that far. I think he was like number 6 or 7 on the list. And there were still a lot of missed opportunities. Obviously, Minshew out there, quarterback. There are missed opportunities for Downs to get more yards. I think he could have been even more effective. So you insert, like you mentioned, Anthony Richardson. When Anthony Richardson was playing, Colts had, 10% of their plays were explosive plays. Of course, by the time the season ended, with him not being in there, dropped down to 7%. We're going to continue to see that explosive play percentage creep up. I think the league max was like 14% or so. I think the Colts can easily get 12, 13% explosive plays in this thing and get that ball out there with Adonai running down the field, getting the ball. And like you said, having that chip on the shoulder, man, I think he can definitely hit that 900 mark, creep up to the 1,000. Do I think he's going to get 1,000? I don't know. We'll see how he looks, come training camp and so on. But I definitely think he can get that 900, no problem.
Yeah. Like I said, Puka Nacua, I don't think you could have dreamed of him getting 1,500 yards, but he did. Yeah. So, I would say anything's possible for any of these bold predictions. What's our last one, Jamal?
Last one, man, this is probably my favorite one because this one, I think that you could even teeter it being a little higher, but just being pretty bold with this one. I like where we stand with it. Anthony Richardson will account for at least 30 total touchdowns.
At least a 30 piece.
At least a 30 piece. Come on now. Last year, quick stint for us. What do you have? Mustered up 7 total with 3 in the air, 4 on the ground. And he played this much of the season. This much of the season, y'all. Had 7 in his back pocket right there. With him healthy, I know he'd at least had another 8 on the ground. At least another 8 on the ground. New addition of Mitchell in the room, like we just talked about. A healthy wide receiver room. They have all the tools they need to get this ball out. And I just think he's going to elevate the passing game. Again, getting the ball to the right people at the right time. Offensive line's looking good. The run game is going to be looking good. He's going to have plenty of opportunities in the RPO to get to the end zone, or at least if we get to the red zone, I think that's the world's his oyster at that point. He can easily just keep it himself or do a little quick dump off. Something that we didn't quite see last year. I don't think we'll be kicking as many field goals because we'll be able to get downfield and get Richardson in there for a 30 piece easily.
No more Matt Gay.
No more Matt Gay. We don't need him. He'll be keeping warm. He won't take a shower to the game this year.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned the 4 games, because if we think about it, how much time did he play in those four full games? It wasn't a full game. A lot of them were like half games, maybe. I say a lot of them. There were only 4 games, but some of them were 2 quarters, 3 quarters, maybe 1. I can't remember, but considering the amount of time he played in those, and I'd like to think he's averaging like actually over 2 touchdowns a game if we account for the actual time he played. So yeah, I think if Richardson stays on the field, he can blow past this number. I think last season we made another bold prediction that he would
He'll break the rookie record, and he was well on his way, obviously.
yeah,
Well on his way.
Of that rushing touchdown record. I want to say the Texans game. He had 2 in like a matter of 5
Couple
minutes.
minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just defenses have to play differently when Richardson's on the field, and with Gardner Minshew on the field, it wasn't like that. It was a little less scary when Minshew's out there.
Happy
But all props to Minshew. He's with the Raiders now. He's competing for a starting spot, but this was Richardson's team from day one, and hopefully 30 plus touchdowns. Yeah, I'm hoping for 40, but at least a 30 piece, right?
At least a 30 piece. Yeah, he can do it on the ground and in the air. I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's our 3 bold predictions, everyone. Again, Colts Nation, let us know what you think in the comments if you are on YouTube. Maybe we were too bold. Maybe we weren't bold enough. Let us know, because we got a lot more time rolling up to training camp, to the regular season. It's going to be great. That's it, Jamal.
That's it.
That's going to be it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast today. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. We'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all take care.
Take it easy.